There seems to be this consensus when it comes to the progression of the Mega Man games. The first one's great, because it started the whole thing, and the second and third ones are about as close to perfect as NES games get. Then there's the other ones, games 4, 5, and 6, or as they seem to be known, the bad Mega Man games, as if there was such a thing on the NES. Nonetheless, that seems to be the narrative, that the series fell off after Mega Man 4, and the games got so stale by Mega Man 6 that, well, Capcom needed to shake things up, hence the clean slate of Mega Man X. But the reality is, those 6 Mega Man games, all 6 Mega Man games, are 6 of the greatest games for one of the greatest game systems ever. Mega Man 5 may not be Mega Man 2 or Mega Man 3, but few games are, just as very few games are Mega Man 5. Now, to be fair, there is some truth to the assertion that the innovation in the franchise was beginning to stall with Mega Man 4, or at least in some ways. The Robot Masters, which were such a huge part of Mega Man's charm, were starting to get a little less creative, a little less memorable. In fact, Capcom was even starting to reuse some of the prior concepts, and that's a crime Mega Man 5 is certainly guilty of. I mean, there's Starman, whose attack is very similar to Skullman from Mega Man 4, which was very similar to Woodman from Mega Man 2, but perhaps the worst offender is Crystal Man, who doesn't just have a similar theme to Mega Man 3's Gemini Man, but also similar topography. And I mean, who steals topography? And how? So it's fair to say that what was new in the first game and perfected in the next 2 had gotten predictable in the 5th. I mean, there are only so many nouns you can put before the word man before you start using synonyms. But the thing is, predictable, that's not a synonym for bad. Mega Man 5 is anything but a bad game. And even though the creativity of prior Mega Man games was waning in terms of its bosses and general structure, Blue Bomber still had plenty of tricks up his sleeve. Or, I guess, his arm cannon. And see, that's the thing that consensus doesn't take into account. That's what makes this Mega Man, this tired, stale old Mega Man, a surprisingly creative Mega Man. While Capcom might have been repeating themselves with the bosses, they were doing really creative things with the levels. Gravity Man's stage rips you from the floor to the ceiling and back again. And the gravity barely exists in Starman's level, which lets Mega Man practically jump out of the television. Fortunately, though, he stays put. There are jet skis later on. And the game's full of stuff like that. These interesting new twists that work perfectly within the Mega Man formula. And you know, the game also did some cool things with its story. Picking up shortly after the events of Mega Man 4, Mega Man has just defeated Dr. Wily, again. But suddenly, his creator, the good Dr. Light, is kidnapped. Not only that, he was apparently taken by the same person who's leading an entire army of robots bent on destroying the world. And that person is Proto Man, Mega Man's older brother. So, you've got one of the coolest plots in a Mega Man game, some of the coolest levels in a Mega Man game, and not only that, you've also got a functionally awesome platformer. Mega Man 5 has the same tight controls and outstanding gameplay you'd expect from this series. In fact, it's one of those games where even just controlling your character is fun, because the controls are so well done. Really, Mega Man is a lesson in how games should play. Yes, even Mega Man 5. But, then again, this is Mega Man 5, which is to say, it's not the best Mega Man. The game does have some shortcomings, even if they're mostly just in comparison to previous Mega Man games. So for example, Mega Man 5 has great music, but it's not as good as previous Mega Man games. And Mega Man 5 looks great too, but, well, you get the idea. The songs from this one won't really stick with you the way they do in, say, Mega Man 3, for example. And as good as the design of the levels is, some of their themes can be a little forgettable. And of course, that consensus would have you believe that everything in this game is forgettable, that there's some kind of invisible wall of quality that separates the first 3 Mega Man games on the NES from the last 3. There are moments in this game alone when that wall comes down, piece by piece, brick by brick, robot by robot. It's Mega Man 5 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. No, not Mega Man 2, but that's okay. This one's not bad either.